Well, hey, what up? This is going to be a review of Chickfight 4, and let's just say that this is made like 2006 as far as I can, if I remember correctly. But let's just say this has a special part of my heart due to the fact it has my basically my three major favorite female wrestlers: Mercedes Martinez, Mischief, and cheerleader Melissa. Hence the good. Okay, so basically, first we came off with basically the squash match, which had Latina sensation Mercedes Martinez against Carla Jade. This is just like a squash match, but it was a decent squash match. Carla Jade did get some offense in, but overall it was a squash match by Mercedes Martinez. This would be basically a story in 3/4 due to the fact that basically again time constraints, and there was a lot of things, and also Mercedes is the more marketable woman. No offense to Carla Jade. Next, I think we had cheerleader Melissa against Rain. I'm not that big of a Rain fan, and so basically seeing Melissa beat these two go at it was pretty good. I really liked how they both kind of seem to just basically gel pretty well. However, overall, I do think that this was kind of a toned down version due to the fact that, as far as I can tell, Melissa did seem to botch some moves, but overall not that much. And even then, it was really hard to see which move she botched. This definitely would be going at. This was a decent 3-star match. And then basically, now that we had Mischief and Candice LeRae, I haven't seen Candice LeRae actually wrestle ever. I have only seen her as a manager for Shikara, I think, and she kind of impressed me. Mischief did her thing. She kind of toned down her screaming, but the screaming was still there. But I was really pissed off on how the announcer just called her Desecrator just a DDT. That's it. I just really like the announcing overall in this part, and that's why there are no really big things, because the announcing really got on my nerves sometimes. However, this was still a decent match. I would also put this as a 2 and 3/4 stars. Next we have Lacey against Haley Hatred. I didn't really like this match. Well, not that much of a Lacey fan. Never seen Haley Hatred before. If I knew Haley Hatred a little bit more, and if I was a Lacey fan, I might have been rating this more. But I would put this at 2.5 due to the fact that, again, these two wrestlers I were not that big of fans of, and I haven't seen them before. But again, maybe if I rewatched it again, maybe it would be decent. Okay, that was basically the first tier of the tournament. Then we had basically my favorite match probably like ever. It was cheerleader Melissa against Mercedes Martinez. These girls beat the shit out of each other. Like, they were just going, like, basically you name it, they were just being stiff as fuck. I mean, seriously, like, they brawled down to the floor. A lot of fisherman buses by Mercedes Martinez. I think that this basically showed her that she definitely had like good action, and then also Melissa, she also showed that she was actually not just like a brawler or anything. She was like also could hang in there, and they had some great chemistry together. I seriously think that Melissa and Mercedes shouldn't fight more. Should fight in Shimmer in the future. They gelled really well together. I put this at a 3.5 stars. These girls just did their things, and it was just amazing. And then there was Mischief against Lacey. Lacey due to the fact that Melissa beat Rain, and this was also decent. I'm a big Mischief fan. However, it seemed that what I didn't really like about Lacey in this part is just that since this was a tournament, I didn't really like her doing heel tactics, like just basically going out, trying to get a count out. I didn't really think that, because that wasn't really the whole concept of a tournament. A tournament is that you should have to beat. Like, she could have just used some other heel tactics aside from doing that, which I thought was kind of weird, and that kind of defeated the kind of motivation of her, and I thought that it was just bleh. But anyway, It's still a good match. I would give this at 2 and 3/4 star because again, announcing wasn't that great, but that was for everybody. I don't really like the announcing, the one announcer that Chickfight has, and also I didn't really like it how Lacey did the psychology. However, Mischief, the in-ring action was great. 2 and 3/4 stars on that. Next, basically the main event. Mischief and Mercedes. These girls also worked great together. Mischief showed how great she was and how she can adapt really well. Mercedes was Mercedes. She could just, it was very UFC-ish, like the grounding and pounding was just phenomenal. However, Mischief wins, but it was just overall, it was just basically the crowd. It was unlike the Shimmer crowd. The Chick-fil-A crowd was either silent or just respected everybody, and I just thought that it was really good. And how basically they realized that these chicks were basically being this shit and decently. Like overall, this is a must-buy for anybody who's a fan of women's wrestling, due to the fact that it has three major players in the industry, in Melissa, Mischief, and Mercedes. And overall, I think that a lot of these women are overshadowed by people like Sarah Del Rey, who I think is a good talent, but I think that a lot of the fan base and the aspect of women's wrestling is too focused on her. And I think that these girls, that showing this was actually a very decent showing, and showing that now that there's more female wrestlers out there that are good aside from Sarah Del Rey. As again, not taking anything from Deathfire, I love her to death. Anyway, and overall, I definitely suggest that you guys should definitely go out and buy it. Anyway, that's basically my late challenge. Peace out.